everybody. Sorry this took so long to do this next part of my collection. As you know, I've been doing the power-ups and I've been busy with other things. At the time being, I was laid off from my job I was at. They said it was temporary, so hopefully they'll find work for me. But anyway, I thought I'd do another part of my collection. As you know, the last couple times I did the Xbox parts, like here and there. I did my Wii collection, there and there. My GameCube collection, as you can see right there. My PS2 followed suit. And now I'll just spend a quick... This should be a little bit shorter of a video because now I do this one. Good old PS3. So I'll see. So here we go. Let me just zoom. Okay. Here, of course. Up. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This wasn't the first game. This is after getting the Super Street Fighter games and the Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4 on Xbox. I didn't like how the controller was on the Xbox, so finally I decided to get the next Capcom fighting game, and I tend to get the subsequent ones that come out for Xbox and PS3 on PlayStation 3 because I like the controller for the PS3. Much more easier for me for the control pad. Much better. Okay, but anyway, moving on. As you can see, I got Uncharted. Not bad so far, but I know they made Uncharted 2 and the just released at this time Uncharted 3, but I'll get around to it sooner or later. But I do like this. This first one's not bad. It was cheap. It was the greatest hits. And I have a feeling I'll be getting the next two, when the next two come around. I'll have to get them on when they're greatest hits, hopefully too as well. Anyway, and then this was the first game I bought for the PS3. One of my cousins had spoken very highly of the Ratchet and Clank game, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I've yet to beat this one too, but quite fun. Hey look, syrup. Anyway, and then here's Burnout Paradise. This is another, as you can see, greatest hits. Very enjoyable. This is an open world game, open world racing game. Very fun. I have a B class license, or it could be an A class. It's been a while, but very fun. Very fun. Vroom vroom. And wow, look at this! Ninja Gaiden Sigma! And boy, is this game hard. And they did about as good. I think I've only passed the first level. It's hard as nails. I gotta get around to beating this. I gotta get around to trying to finish this. And again, also a greatest hits title. I got this when it was. So it was a little bit cheaper. But good stuff though. I gotta. One of these days I should finish this too, among others. And then there's also, here's the Present Trilogy. These consist of Sands of Time, One Within, and The Two Thrones. I loved Sands of Time. Good platforming, excellent game. One Within I haven't played too much with. And The Two Thrones, I do feel that it was not. It's the second best game on this disc, but I could go either way with it. I know I should get around to finishing it, but it's all right. I might have to do a review on some of these games, this trilogy maybe, but whatever. But it's not bad. But I do like how the Sands of Time is in HD, and I believe all these three are on. Well, at least I know Sands of Time. I know for sure is on the PlayStation Store, on the PlayStation 3. But I figure I like having the physical copy of stuff. I know, call me old-fashioned or whatever, but I get very nervous having all these games. Some of these games go to download only, so I really hope they don't go to download only too soon. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. I get off my soapbox, and I'll continue with this. This collection in here is the good old Modnation Racers. I am very much enjoying this game. I do like how you can make your own tracks in this game as well. When I first bought this game, the load times are horrendous. It took me almost a minute to wait for the track to load. Thankfully, they released a patch that cuts this down considerably and makes it more playable. Much better after that. And I also have the PSP version, which is alright, but this is the much better version. But they're making a version of this for the soon-to-be-released PlayStation Vita, the new handheld from Sony, which I'm also might have to, hopefully when I get a job, if I get the money, I really want to buy the Vita version of this. This is a really good Mario Kart competitor. Very good stuff. And it's also God of War. I do have, as you can see, let me see here, I have God of War 2, and I think 1 is around here. Up, and there's the first one. But I decided, even though then I bought this one because I never finished, I don't even think I even opened. In fact, I don't think I even opened God of War 2. Yeah, take a look. The seal isn't even off it. So maybe it ought to be worth something, or not. I'll get that in just a second. But anyway, I decided to get the collection because I hadn't gone too far in the first one, so I think I'm pretty much back. I think I'm pretty much back to the place. I think I got a little bit further to it than I was in God of War 1 on the PS2. So that's a good collection. Sony likes them. So Sony's been liking releasing collections of their old PS2 games, which I don't mind. You know, Prince of Persia, for example, was not bad. It's okay, but I know they also have the Eco and Shadow of the Colossus collection I want to get. I never played those two on the PS2. I mean, right there. But I would like to get them because I never played them, so that'd be a good experience to play them. And I think they even released the Metal Gear Solid games, some of those on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 362 as well. But moving on, there's another one, 3D Dot Game Heroes. Now this is interesting. This is basically a ripoff. I say this. I'm not going to say this. A ripoff of Zelda. But the funny thing is, it's an excellent ripoff of The Legend of Zelda. As you can tell, it looks, it has a 8-bit pixelated look, but it's all in 3D, and it's awesome. It is awesome, and they even use the actual, and I think there's even musically, when you first get the first sword, the guy goes, "It's dangerous to go alone. Please take this," which is the exact same thing the old man in the first Legend of Zelda says. I'm amazed. It's amazing they were able to put that in this one. But it's fun, and please play this if you don't. Please get this if you haven't already. I might have to do a review on this game. Good stuff. There's another one, Bionic Commando. This too got a lot of slack. It wasn't as good as the famous 8 NES game, Bionic Commando. It was alright. I haven't finished it yet. It's alright. I haven't finished this. Yeah. Anyway, it's not bad. I still should play the Bionic Commando Rearmed for the downloadable games, but I heard Rearmed 2 was... I heard that the sequel, they made a Bionic Commando Rearmed 2, which was so-so, I heard. But moving on. Another gem of the PlayStation 3, Little Big Planet. I know they made a sequel that came out a while ago. I want to get that too, but again, I've been unemployed for a bit, and I didn't make as much. But anyway, I really want to get it. I'll have to get it when I get the chance. The sequel, I really want to get it. I have the aforementioned. I have the PSP version of this game as well. Good stuff. And plus, I've made I think I made 2 platforming levels in this game too. You can make your own levels and stuff, and I made 2 of them. Good stuff. And then here's another one. Here we go. Infamous. Again, they made a sequel to this game too, Infamous 2. But again, I haven't been able to afford to get the sequel, but when I get the chance, I'm so buying it. Because this game was great. It's a nice open world superhero game, or an evil game, because you can go either bad or good depending on the choices you make. But I really like it. It's really enjoyable and fun stuff. And finally, last but not least in my PS3 collection, why, look at this! Another Prince of Persia! This one was supposed to jumpstart a brand new trilogy of sorts, at least that's what I've heard, Prince of Persia games. And I think they dropped those plans for some unknown reason. I think it was because of the movie that was going to come out, and they based it off the Sands of Time trilogy. But it makes me sad because this was a very underrated game. I know in the game, you meet this character that prevents you from dying. You cannot die. Although people they're complaining about, oh, it's too easy. But he did not say, when he got saved by this certain character, she wouldn't drop you off at the same exact point where you were. There'd be like, I think there's kind of like checkpoints throughout the level that let you go on, and she'd drop you off at the where you kind of like would start, or not for start, but she'd drop you off at the checkpoint where you last were. So it's not that you'd still have to do this. You'd still have to, if you got somewhere and you died, or since she saved you, it wouldn't be right at that point. You'd still have to go back and do all this stuff. But I really enjoyed this game. They even made a downloadable piece of downloadable content, which I wish I should get one of these days. But you should please get this game if you can find it. If you get it used, which is probably what it would be nowadays. But it's good stuff. It's good platforming. I think it's just as good as. I think it's even just as good as Sands of Time almost, because platforming wise. So, yeah. Well, anyway, that's my very dusty hole, but that's my PlayStation 3 collection. Thank you for watching, and, I'll be, and please go to my website, skakinbacon.com/skakinbaconmedia, and skakinbacon.com/SBA. Visit my good friends at Level Up. So I think they accounted for at least, I got this game from them for sure, among other ones, but of course, anyway, thank you again for watching. I'm sorry it took so long to do this next episode of my collection, but thank you again. Have a good day, have a good night depending on when you see this, and stay tuned for the next part of this collection, when I will do my Xbox collection. I believe hopefully will be the next part. So, okay, game on.